Hey guys, Chris RAKESTRAW here at NAMM 2016. You're watching BURL TV. Hey guys, Chris RAKESTRAW here at NAMM for talking for BURL. I'm a record producer in Nashville and LA, back and forth. I just did Megadeth, Danzig, and some other awesome heavy metal stuff. I've been using the BURL stuff for about a year and a half. I was working over East West one day on some Danzig stuff, and I came in, I was pushing my mixes up, and everything sounded way better, far clearer, and I didn't have to use as much EQ, and I was like looking around the room, I was like, what has changed here that I'm not noticing? And I turned around and realized they had shit-canned all the 192s and had BURLs back there. So as soon as I saw that, I sent Will an email over at BURL and had to get that sorted out right away. So I think about 3 or 4 weeks later, all my 192s are sitting in my closet now, and I'm rocking the mothership now. So yeah, love the BURL stuff. I won't work without it, and yeah, can't say enough good stuff. I've been mixing lately through the Vancouver. That paired up with the mothership, it's ridiculous how much clarity and man, the best way I can say it is there's zero bullshit in my chain now. I can show people my chain, and I post pictures on Instagram, and I'm not embarrassed of one thing about it. I gotta say, the main thing though about these converters and the whole idea of BURL is they're doing stuff with flavor and a little bit of taste. They're not playing it as safe as a lot of other companies, and when you've worked in a bunch of different rooms, used a bunch of different gear, you want to work with companies like that. I don't like the companies that play it safe, and you plug this stuff in and you don't know if you're hearing a difference. With BURL, I plug it in and I know that I'm using like awesome stuff right away, and that's just, I wish I could say it better than that, but that's as simple as it is. So yeah.
So when I first got the BURL up and running, just listening to mixes I'd already done, I went and redid them. It sounded like I was working a little harder, and I noticed I was, just that. It was easier. So it sounded more effortless. There was stuff just happening without having to like fight the fight. So I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was just going to be like, okay, yeah, these are really good converters. But like when I would go to mastering, we didn't have to fuck with the bottom, like sort it out. It was there. And same thing with the top. It was just smoother. Things were less spitty, less digital. And I'm not just saying this. It's real. So that's my BURL experience.
My name is Joe WOHLITZ. I am with the company DRUMFORGE, and I'm also the mix assistant for Joel Wanasek. What I really love about the BURL converter is that it's very open sounding, very analog sounding. When I kind of reference it to something like the 192, or we're talking about RME, Lynx, anything in that realm, it sounds like it's too rounded off in the high end. Like I'm missing a lot of clarity in the top end, and with the BURL, I find that I don't lose that top end, and that's incredibly important for us when we do drum sample libraries, because we need the top end to come through on things like overheads and snare transients. So that's really important. And in terms of a mixing, reference, it really is important, especially if you're using outboard converters, and running through an analog gear. You want the best signal ratio possible when you're going through. So you want to run out through the best possible converters, keep the best possible signal path, and come back in and not have any loss like you possibly would with another converter. Especially on the reference side, listening, just the low mids, it's so much better than everything else that I've listened to before. Actually, when we do record the drum samples, we do hit the BURL hard almost every single time. We love the saturation sound of it when you're really kind of just peaking just a little bit in the red going in, because that gives that extra just crack to the snare, the kick. It gives it a little bit more aggressive sound if you want that sound. But on the other hand, you can dial back and you cannot hit it hard, and it's just a really smooth, clean, open sound. So you can go from one end of the spectrum to the other end just by driving your input harder or softer, depending on how you want to.